Africa that are back to wearing their green and gold. Stedman Khans leads their side. And their results getting here beat Kenya 31-5. Smashed Kenya 33-5. And the US for them, it was very close against Samoa. And they lost against Australia 17-7. So Mike Pride and his Chargers will want to reverse the form and see what they can do against South Africa. 19-all draw for the Witsbok. Was a shot for them in the system. And that's how they end up here. They're second on the series. The US 6. Richard Horton is our referee for this one. 78th match. I'm down to Stanford, joined alongside by Carl Tanana, former New Zealand Sevens captain. Putting on the spot, my friend, who you got?
Well, you're born in South Africa and played for the US. I'm taking it back at you. Who you got?
Oh, well done, KT. We're underway in Los Angeles. Knockdown for the Eagles. Schrader has early possession here. They go down to Yosefo. Not the best looking pass for Martin. The flying Hawaiian goes back inside to Thomasine. He's been brilliant again this weekend. To big Danny Barrett, the boom boom man. Slips Cecil Africa's tackle, but Khans is there. And now Colin Isles, early touch for the speedster. Gets through a couple, the spin move as well. Pretorius finally claws down the flyer. Voila. Goes on the outside to Schrader. Yosefo lurking on the wing. He goes against Angelo Davids. Davids does well, does a 20-year-old. And now Hughes with the home fans behind them. Isles on the outside. Carlin, check your internet speed. Oh, he's good. He's downloading like it's in the future.
Well, what a start for the home team. They spluttered through day one, but all they need to do is get to a quarter-final. And it restarts again, and we know the speed of Carlin Isles. We know the danger of him. I see a sea flight. So much pressure on him and Perry Baker to get to 200. That is done and dusted now, and it's all about trying to defend their championship at home.
Carlin, 201 tries. 1,007 points for him personally. He's put his side up 5-0. Head-to-head between the two sides. Well, in America, it's been happy hunting for the Republic of South Africa against the Eagles, victorious on 9 occasions. Will they spoil the party here? Werner Kok in his 50th tournament. A man that looks like a caged lion has been let out. Khans, Stedman Khans, the captain of the side. Shows so much maturity for a young player as JC Pretorius, one of the exciting South African stars in the last couple of seasons, as is Selvin Davids. Westhuizen back in the side. Ryan Westhuizen arrested due to the rotational policy of Neil Powell's Chargers. Missing quite a few Blitzboks who are watching on playing Super Rugby as Africa goes short to Khans. Oh, it's a beautiful thing, except it's gone forward.
Now this has come from the assistant referee. Khans run a beautiful line. Cecil Africa with a delivery. Take it for yourself.
Not much in it.
He's not much in it at all. Man, oh man. Cecil Africa just put it up there. I thought that was okay, but 50-50 call.
Tough one for Cecil Africa. South Africa's top point scorer in series history. It's with Martin Yosefo. Goes to Voila on the outside. Isles can't handle a difficult ball coming in there from Naima.
Knock on from white, knock on from green.
Yeah, it is tough on Carlin Isles. And I've noticed it in the US, especially on day one. They have their speedsters and Carlin Isles and Perry Baker, but the centres are running across field, cutting down the space of the speed men. I think you just stand and deliver and give these guys a lot more space to work in, and that's a prime example. You cut out the space, give them a tough ball. It's very hard.
There's Zach Test, 143.
Oh, what about the Hoff? Hasselhoff is in attendance. As you're thinking, Southern California, eh?
The real Hoff, not the Sean Maloney version.
There's only one Hoff, we all know that.
And he's on his feet supporting the US of A. Maybe he'll be saving a few lives later, who knows what's in store. South Africa, meanwhile, trailed by 5. They go on the outside to Angelo Davids. Davids, the leading try scorer in Sydney with 8, including 2 hat-tricks. As Khans does well to get the ball to Cecil Africa, spots a bit of space and then throws a dummy as he collides with Madison Hughes, the Eagles captain. Pretorius, JC Pretorius, JC 1000 to Oosthuizen. Oosthuizen goes up the middle, Oosthuizen. Not looking for a tan, but he goes just short of the 22. It's a steal. Work there from Fualau to Isles on the outside, space to operate. Colin Isles will go the distance. He gets a double at home in front of family and friends.
Carlin's going to get the 5 points, but it's Joe Schrader with the turnover and counter ruck. And this will be pretty to watch too, the delivery. Counter ruck comes here from Big Joe. Look at him just monster through the pickup. Fui Liao, the nice quick distribution from the captain, Madison Hughes, out to the gas man. And he hits a home run for the second time in this park.
Carlin Isles, leading try scorer at this event in 2018. His good friend and roommate, Perry Baker, took that record in 2019. Isles is back 10-0. Carlin goes to the side as being replaced by his roommate. His much tidier roommate, I might add. Carlton Anna, my co-commentator, had a chance to interview those two legends earlier this week. So many smiles as Yosefo gets it away. Intercepted, though, by Davids. Angelo Davids now. Davids steps back in. Try-saving tackle from Thomasine. Has that ball been knocked by Africa? It's play on. Oosthuizen has it. They're ranging up on the outside. Big ball to Pretorius. The hard man, JC Pretorius, goes against Baker. Under a minute to go in the first half of the final quarter-final. Selden Davids with a classic kick over the top to Werner Kok. Kok is well positioned. Werner Kok cuts against the grain. Takes 3 players down. Africa. South Africa queuing up on the outside. Oosthuizen is there. He goes against Barrett, keeps low. We'll have a chat to see if it's try or no try.
We're going to make sure, very important try. Outstanding build-up from the Blitzbokker. I think this is going to be okay. Oosthuizen has done brilliantly in the corner. Danny Barrett comes across. Left leg's okay. Oh, I think that's all right. He's got a finger on that. Put down's good for Mike. I think that's all right on that angle. He hasn't dropped it. I think that's good.
Richard, I have a decision. Yep, you may award for try.
You're spot on, KT, and so is Oosthuizen. The Blitzboks finally on the board just before the half closes.
Well, Danny Barrett made it a contest anyway, coming across. But how impressive is Oosthuizen.
Selden Davids. Spins to the left-hand side. 5 points the difference.
Nice pass from South Africa. Pass over the top. They had numbers loaded. And now the US. They started off brilliantly on the wave of this. Anna Paquin, Kiwi actress, won an Oscar. The movie The Piano, if you might remember that.
Certainly do remember my Oscar winners. This is a star-studded lineup in the stands. Forget the players on the field. Or classic from South Africa. Cecil Africa showing his experience, although getting to the ball in the breakdown of the United States. Thomasine, and now they come to Hughes. He's got Baker on the outside. Perry Baker goes back, a wall of green jerseys. Nice time pass to Stephen Thomasine. Over the top, forward. And that brings us to half-time and a pulsating quarter-final. It's the home side, the US, that leads South Africa 10 points to 5.
Get your reset, right? Get your reset, please.
Okay, we get the ball, we keep the ball. That's the key. Trust the process, eh? Trust the fact. And we're going to work hard for one another, look after the physicality and possession. And the heart rate up, and the desire to give you speed increase like you've been giving me in the first half. You do that, you'll take care of business. Okay? It's going to the wire. Be ready for fucking war. It's coming. Okay? Are we clear what we're doing? Okay.
One rep at a time. Who's dead? Who wants to know more? Who's going to know one more? Who wants to know one more?
It's the North American tour. And the home side apologise for any language. Heated battle against South Africa here in quarterfinal number 4. Danny Barrett is mean machine, ready to go. Colton Anna next to me. I'm Dallin Stanford and KT. Strong messages there at the break.
No doubt about that. And Neil Powell, as he's walking off the field, still giving messages to his team. By no means over. Just such an enthralling quarterfinal, as we knew it was going to be.
The winner will face New Zealand, that beat France 29-14 in the other semi-final. It's Fiji. They'll play Australia. 7 minutes to go to decide who will be the final team in the top 4. It's the HSBC LA Sevens 2020. Here near Hollywood, California. South Africa with Davids. They trail by 5 points against the United States. Anufe's on the field with Schrader. Perry Baker, early touch for Perry. He kicks over the top. Ardensa, though. Good covering there from Kurtley Ardensa. South Africa take early possession here in the second period. Their captain, Gans, can't get rid of Baker. Ardensa at first receiver. Gifted football player, Oosthuizen. Scored a try in the first half. Slips as Thomasine gets all over this one. Stephen Thomasine has done wonderful work. A steal for the Eagles. Cody Melfi, all-army player, goes back to Baker in midfield. Floats it to Joe Shoulders, as he's known. He's got 6 of them. Schrader ducks down low. Just outside the 22, and a penalty for the Eagles.
I just want to slow it down here. The first half, they were ready to tap and go and play it quick, but now you can see, because they've got the lead, it's starting to become a chess match. Very good at the lineup, but what about Thomasine with that turnover? You're right, unfortunate for South Africa, because Oosthuizen had man on the outside, but just slipped a little bit, and that's all that Thomasine needed.
Thomasine, known as the muscle man. You see him on the left there. Works so well on both sides of the ball. The last time these two sides met in Sydney, it was a cup semi-finals. South Africa won 19-12. Now it's the US looking to reverse that. Although they've made a mistake at the line out. Ardensa, players to his left. One is Stedman Gans. Miller Du Plessis. Du Plessis cuts back in, and Nufe has him. Pretorius finds his fellow blonde-headed teammate. And now the Lion in Werner Kok. Kok on the outside. Davids puts a little kick through. It's clever. It's sneaky. It's clever. And Werner Kok can't seem to put the ball over the line.
Oh, wow. What a build-up from South Africa. Misthrow from the USA, but Melfi getting underneath. Look at that. That is outstanding defensive work. That is what wins your tournaments. Efforts like that. Werner Kok with a nicely timed pass. There's a bit of skill from David. You would have put your house on this guy scoring from there. But look at Melfi. That is desperation personified. What a battle. Nice shot.
Cody Melfi from the United States Army. A never-say-die attitude, and showing his home side how to do it.
They're still going to be feed into the scrum from the blitz boxes, so very, very tough to defend. They're going to have to call on it again. They're going to be spread wide as well. Stedman Gans is going to be in the first receiver role.
Time back on. Crouch.
No points yet in the second half. here at the Dignity
Fine.
Health Sports Stadium.
Set.
Arendse to feed for South Africa. Kans goes to the open side. Finds Davids, the little trickster. Davids on the outside. Feed Du Plessis. Bounces the first time off Baker. Cuts back in field. Finally brought down by Hughes.
Now
Kans
release, now release.
not afraid of the contact. Now Arendse gets to his feet, then plays possession. Penalty
No
for
release.
the men in green and gold.
Hold on, hold on. No release.
No need to force it here, South Africa. There's plenty of time to go in this game. They're in great position to set up because they're very inventive in this passage of play. The tap penalty.
South Africa, gold, silver, 10th and silver in the first 4 tournaments.
And let's go, please.
See if they can get into the top 4. They trail by 5 only. Arendse finds Kans. Come through in a short line, scored a cracker against Ireland yesterday, but concedes a penalty. The Eagles can breathe.
What about Madison Hughes? The little men for the USA standing up in the last couple of minutes. Malfi with a good defensive effort, and the Madison Hughes straight over their ball. He knew he was going to get shots put on him. He's still down on his knees, but it's all about sacrifice at this end of the tournament, and you got to lead from the front, and that's what this bloke does.
The heartbeat of the USA side, Madison Hughes, the captain.
Back you go.
David in Wellington in 2014. One of their veterans, and that's a look at the series standing. South Africa, they're on second, 67. USA
Let's go.
will need the valuable points. They're in 6th so far. Schrader takes it at the top. Hughes has Anufe. Looks a lot bigger this year. Gets the loop around. Baker on the outside. Perry Baker, not a lot of room to operate. Werner Kok goes in with a strong defensive effort. They reload to the Eagles. Thomasine. Wide ball for Barrett. Oh, this is a good clash. Barrett on Pretorius. Barrett still going. Danny Barrett. This guy's magic. Barrett looking for defenders to run over. To the right with Anufe. Baker wants it on the outside. Big step, and then the touchline makes a glorious tackle if you're a South African fan.
Oh, it's a game of inches, isn't it? They were just building nicely, the USA. Wide to wide to wide. And there was half a hole for Perry Baker. But unfortunately for him, he had one of the best defenders in the world, and Werner Kok on the outside and a slip. Chris Dry coming across as well. And here's the opportunity for the blitz pocket.
Thank you.
Perry Baker recovered from a broken jaw earlier this season. South Africa still trailed by 5, under 2 to go. Edge of your seat stuff if you're joining us. Welcome to Los Angeles. Davids, beautiful ball to Kirtley Arendse. Arendse in open space. Baker will chase. Brings him down. Baker gets to his feet, but put his hands on the ground in the process. Quick from Davids. Werner Kok is there. Cuts back in. Drops his shoulder to the 22. JC Pretorius on Barrett. Cuts back in. Pretorius will win this battle. JC Pretorius has opened up this game for the Blitzboks.
And more importantly, scored right next to the post. It's even at the moment. Conversion to take the lead. But what an outstanding set-piece play to get it all started. There's a decoy in the middle. They went in behind. It was a huge hole. And the end result is this young man here using all his strength, JC Pretorius, to even this Cup quarterfinal up.
JC looking like Iron Man. Well, after the US, we're leading by 2 Carlinale tries. It's Oosthuizen and Pretorius. And that is the lead, 12-10.
There's a reason why they're sitting where they are on the table. Execution under pressure by the Blitzbokke. I'm sure they'll send this long and make the USA, with 10 seconds to go, run it out.
Branko de Praet on the field for the final play of the game. Semi-final spot on the line. The winner will face New Zealand. It's gone out on the full.
No, how big will that be? A free kick for the USA at the half. One more breakdown and the game is done.
Scrum.
It comes down to a top 4 spot. Scrum is the call, KT.
Scrum.
Your thoughts?
Outstanding call for Madison Hughes. You got one of the fastest guys in rugby on your side. Perry Baker, do they give it to him? They've got to make the call. Maka Nufe is the threat on the other side. Oh, wow, what a game.
Get the popcorn out. Entertainment here. The US at home in front of their fans. It's Perry Baker. A lot rests on his shoulders.
Fine.
Oh, and anybody's been let in
Set.
here at the Dignity Health Sports Park. Scrum centre. Anufe goes the way of Baker, gets through one. Maka Anufe dishes it off. Not a lot of room to move, so they come back into Kayvon Williams on the field. Yosefo, Martin Yosefo. Oh no, he's lost it. South Africa kick it out. It's dramatic scenes. They've spoiled the party in America. South Africa victorious by the smallest of margins. They beat the US 12-10 to advance to the Cup semi-finals.